$20,000. That's what I have to pay to go to college next year. Now multiply that times 4. Roughly $80,000. If I could pay for a house. Now multiply that times 4 again. If I could pay for a not too bad house. This is what my parents have to pay starting next year to pay for 4 of us in college at the same time because we make too much money for any financial aid, but not enough to write a check for 4 of us in college. Let's go over 3 things. Why the middle class needs financial help. How it's suggested that the middle class needs to add on more work or simply stop working. And how it's implied that not going to school is more important than handing out financial help. First off, there are those that would say that you can go to college, you can get a good job after, and then you can pay off your debt. And while that's true, that's not the only answer. How are you even going to get into college if you can't afford to get into it? And poverty is just going to be increasing if you're not getting any help. With that being said, let's find out why. When August rolls around, parents start to stress. More specifically, middle-class parents who have kids going to college, because the burden of funding for kids in college puts a big ease on the parents' shoulders because they can't afford that, and you're not getting any financial help, so some kids can't get in. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 34.45% of poverty has increased in the past decade. And according to Jessica Dickler from CNBC, we have reached $855 billion in debt, making an all-time high of $1.4 trillion. And with just a little bit of financial help, that poverty could just go down. So let's switch roles and start talking about how the middle class needs to add on more work or simply stop working. Most parents work 9 to 5 jobs, 5 days a week, and even add on more hours, add on more jobs, add on more work, just to simply take care of their family, let alone pay for 4 kids in college. According to the New York Times, real wealth, now comes from investment portfolios and not salaries. That's meaning that if you come from a higher class, that's great. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for college because your family will afford it, and then you won't have debt after college. But if you come from a lower class or middle class, you don't really get the financial help that you need to go to college, and so then you will be paying off debt for years and years and years after. So is your education really not more important than handing out financial aid? The government implies that if you don't go to school, they don't have to hand out financial aid, meaning that if you come from a multiple income household, they won't give you any anyways, and so funding college just makes it harder on the families, and they just don't really care about your education because they don't want to hand out the financial help. According to the inflation of college tuition of 2010 to 2019, we need to expand opportunity and aid policies for both Pell students and middle income students who aren't Pell eligible. Because, like I said, the higher class can simply afford it, and lower and middle class, they need the financial help. And lower class gets some financial help from FAFSA and all the scholarships, and middle class is just kind of stuck in the middle where if you come from multiple income, then they just assume that your parents would pay for your college. And that's not always true. So let's recap on what we learned today. Why the middle class needs financial help, how it's implied that the middle class needs to add on more work or simply stop working, and how it's suggested that not going to school is more important than your education. So remember that when college time comes around and you don't know if you can afford it, blame the government because they're not giving you any financial help, but your school is still